Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Charlotte, and it is Margarete Miller Collage Weekly Planner Tuesday. I am excited, although I have no idea what I'm doing, but that's par for the course, isn't it? So we are on week, guys, I'm almost afraid to look what week we're on. We are on, oh, the time goes by so fast. Week 9. And yeah, we have today an herb or other fragrant plant. And last week when I was reading this, I remember I took this so literally. I'm like, I need to go outside and find an herb. What am I going to use? Handwriting, ink, whatever that means to you. Circles and illustration, and your bonus is a key. I have, yes, I pulled some wackadoodle things today, I think. But hopefully it's all going to come together. And this is such a fun thing to do when your head is not there and you don't have a clue, because you have to force yourself to create, and that ends up being, I think, a pretty nice thing. So I did have some of the Artie Mae's collage pages, and instead of just doing a book page and some paper collage, I thought I was going to use this right here. Now, handwriting, I don't know that I could use. I guess I could leave this because this is handwritten, but I think I'm going to write in it myself. So I'm going to glue this down. That's what we're going to start with. We are going to glue this down. And just in case I'm off camera, it's kind of clouding up today, which is a little bit bizarre. It's still cold at night, but it was 80. So things are starting to bloom. Just, it's just February. I'm like, I don't want rain and snow, but I sure like the cold. I'm not ready for summer clothes. We're in sweaters and sweaters and sweatshirts for such a short amount of time that when you get to wear them, it's like a treat. It really is, just like a treat. So let's glue this down. I hope everybody's doing well. I know not everybody is. I know from the comments not everybody is. I'm sorry, so sorry. I haven't seen my mom since Thursday, but I'm going to go see her tomorrow, so everything should be good. All right, so this has nothing whatsoever to do with what we're supposed to use, but I found a couple things from Mrs. Cog, if you remember Mrs. Cog. I had her herbs and, let's see, blooms of healing plants, and I thought I would put that up there, so let's just do that. I'm not going to worry about inking the edges, although that would work for ink, I think. But let's put this up here. Blooms of healing plants, and amongst that she had wild leek and garlic, and that certainly would be a fragrant plant or an herb. And she had, there were a couple others, but I didn't know that I would use them. On the page was rose hips. This makes a great tea. Valerian. I can't remember what you use valerian for, and I don't know if it's fragrant, but obviously it's a healing plant. St. John's wort. Bloodroot. I don't know what that's for either. So we could use any of these. So I'm just going to put these aside because I think this is what I want to use, which is wild leek and garlic. So I have a lot of society garlic in my yard that I really love. And then we need we need an illustration, and I pulled out 2 doors, and we need circles. So what I think I'm going to do is put this here, and okay, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to put this here, and my circles I think will also have to do with my ink, and I'll show you what I mean by that, because I thought about I could draw circles, I could punch out circles, I could cut circles, and I didn't want to do any of that. So I thought, and I did put that upside down, but hopefully it won't matter. I went and got my stencils, and I got out circle stencil. And so I thought, okay, obviously now I need texture paste. So I haven't used texture paste in so long that guess what? The only I didn't have any white texture paste. I had this texture paste, Copper Crackle. I don't know how this is going to work, but I was thinking this might work too for my ink. Look at how pretty that is. So I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know if this is even going to, I have no idea. So we are just going to do it. Put this like this. And I've got a Tim Holtz dryer, so it doesn't make hardly any noise at all. And we're going to do, this is going to be my circles. So palette knife. And let's see what happens. Hopefully this will work and I won't just make this great big mess. Take some of that off. Laminate circles. I think already I'm making a mess. Let's see. I haven't done any stencil work in a while. So let's see what I've got here. That's not a complete circle. And of course I don't have any wet ones on me, so, oh, do I have circles? Ooh, they're kind of messy. But they're circles, so we're going with this. We are going to see if we can get this to work. Because it has to. I'm putting this away. And I have to get the dryer out because I can't do anything until we dry this. So, hang on, guys. And like I said, it's the Tim Holtz, so this should dry pretty quickly. I've got circles and moons. It's a shame that it doesn't say circles and moons, because you can see I've got moons, circles, peaks, whatever. Wonder if it would help. Sometimes when you watch Tim's videos, he dries from the back as well. So let's see what becomes of this. I know it's crackle. So what I think I have today, I might see something different tomorrow when it's totally dry. Is it drying? Is it dry? It's getting there. Pretty quick. Pretty quick. You know what? Oh, no, I messed that up. I was going to say some of it's dry enough to work around. Some of it isn't. So let's just see what we can do. Let me grab a paper clip and just get the end of this down. Let's keep this so that I can, it's not curled too much. Maybe one at the top. I think today I'm going to try to find my cross stitching. If you remember, I spoke about this pattern that I had of hearts, and it's got beads and excuse me, beads and charms, so that's pretty cool. And I want to, somebody had written in the comments and was talking about, are you ambidextrous? And I had to laugh at that, and I had to stop and think, because she said, I see you working with both your hands, you know, and I can't do that. You must be ambidextrous. Well, I'm not real sure I know what the meaning of, the meaning of ambidextrous, I don't know if I would be the definition of ambidextrous, because I write with my left hand and I hold a needle and thread in my left hand. Everything else I do is done with my right hand. I mean, if I'm going to hold a paintbrush, it's with my left hand. A marker, obviously, because that's like writing. Everything, and then, but everything else is right-handed. If I play golf, it's right-handed. If I hold a baseball bat, it's all right-handed. So that's kind of weird. Always been like that my whole life. I don't know why. So yeah, just to address that, it is kind of strange. So I think what I'm going to do is put this here, and you can see it's going to cover up some of that. But I think I'm going to put that there. And I had this other door, and because it needs writing, I was going to hinge this. So this would go here, this would be hinged, and this door then could open. So I think I'm going to do that. And I also think I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges, and then that's going to, for sure, ink of my choice. So we're going to do this, and I might back this with some kind of paper so I can. I didn't bring, do I have anything here? I don't think any of this I can use. It's too, I don't really like the look of that though. It's too unfinished. It won't go that way. Will it? What do I have? You could see the mess here. You'd say, Charlotte, you've got plenty. There is so much on your station. That's ridiculous. Let's see. There's this scrap. This will work. Okay, I am going to glue, because I can write over that. I am going to glue this onto here and cut it out. And then we're going to put a hinge on, so I can flip it over. So let's cut this out. And then I do have a key, and I'm wondering, how am I going to attach the key? Where do I want the key to go? So, okay, well, I got pretty quiet there, didn't I? Got pretty quiet. Now we need a hinge, and we can just use this as a hinge. And for those of you that have never made a hinge, it's just a folded piece of paper. That's all you're gonna do. Just like that. And I'm going to use this whole thing because why not? We're going to glue this right here onto here. Just like that. So see, we have this hinge. So now I'm going to take and put glue on here. And I'm going to take my door and I'm going to put my door onto my hinge. Just like that. And fold it over. Well, it'd be nice if I got it straight. That would be really nice. So let's try again. Get this on there, just like that. Do I want to be up above there? No. My goodness, Charlotte. Well, I'm going to have to be because my hinge is too long. So this is what it... Oh, goodness. But it works. And that's all that matters. It works. So hopefully we're having a good day. So let me grab a pen. And what are we going to write on this? Well, this is going to go like this. This is going to open up. This is where my writing is going to be. But we also, and now I'm looking at it going, I don't know where I put it. We need a key, and that's the only thing I have left, I think. Yep, I need a key, and I had a key, and I put the key here somewhere, and now I don't know where to put the key. Isn't that just the way I do things? Lately, I am looking around. Luckily, though, I know I've got keys in here. So let's find one and figure out how we want to attach it. I have like my little goodie thing here, and I know I've got more keys. I have to have more keys. Here's a little key. Here's a key. So how do we want to attach this? I know I have one more circle I want to put on here. And you know what? I had just seen it. Just saw it. And I know it's where the key is. Maybe if I cleaned up my desk, I would be able to find things. I had a medieval mirage circle, and I thought that would be perfect. But do I know where it is? One of those things where you're probably looking at it and I can't see it. This is insane. Okay, enough of this. This is just craziness. This now has gone over to the crazy side of things. I'll find it. Anyway, I had a medieval mirage circle with an... Here it is, and here's the key. Oh my gosh, guys. Do you see? That's how it goes. So I have this... I just thought, because it's a circle, I just thought that was really pretty. So I am going to glue that there. See, I put it behind me on the table. That's why I couldn't find it. Yes, lunacy in the Peterson household. So how's that? That's really cute. Now I have to decide where and how I am going to put this key on here. So I think, I know we want this to go here. That's kind of cool. Do I want to use any of my other... I could fussy cut something that looks too much like it. I kind of like, you know, I'm a sucker for yellow. Let's fussy cut this out. And I'm going to put my key right there, and we are going to write something. But let's kind of fussy cut this out. And let's put this on. Doesn't have to be exact. And while I'm fussy cutting this out, I can kind of stop and think in my head, okay, how am I going to attach the key? Where am I going to put that key? I could put a little eyelet in the door and hang it off of the door. That might be cute. I'm thinking of starting, tell me what you think about this idea. I'm thinking of starting a second channel and doing cross-stitching and stitching on that channel. So possibly when I do snippet tags, might do them on a different, you know, like on a stitching channel. Just have to kind of think of a name. So I'm wondering, do you think that's a good idea, or do we have enough channels out there we don't need another? I'm just kind of throwing that out there because it's an idea that I had floating around. You hear the kids? This isn't Tuesday, this is Monday, so the kids are out of school. And the neighbors' kids are outside playing on the trampoline. Okay, so let's keep the St. John's wort because you don't know, you might want to use it. If I really wanted to get out my special scissors, I could cut the inside of this out, but we're not going to be that fussy today. I don't think you could stand me being that fussy today. So, oh, that's kind of cute. That's cute. Okay, I think my circles are dry. Oh, they are cracking. Can you see that? Let me hold this up to the camera. I'm gonna lose my key, but you can see. Can you see my circles are cracking? See that? So that is a cool effect. So I can pull this over here. I can put that down like, ooh, I like that. I also could do that, but then you'd never see it. Let's go ahead and, I don't know how this is gonna work, but let's, you know what, you gotta try things. Let's put an eyelet in here and attach the key. And we're gonna attach the key, I think, with a piece of string. Why? Well, because I just think if I attach it with a piece of string, it just a little bit more texture, just something kind of cool. So that fell out, so let's use it. Okay. Adhere this like that. And let me write something in here. And I think I'm just gonna write this way. Okay, loving. I'm just gonna put on here loving all my wonderful subscribers. It's a wacky day. And a smiley face. There we go. Yep, that's me. It sounds like me. So that's it. Now we have a key right here. And we need a piece of, I think that would be cool. Although I wonder if that's going to be hard to tie. Sometimes when you've got little strings and things attached, it can be harder. That's the wrong color blue. Ooh, this might work. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to go for this because I really like it. See what I mean? It's kind of, it's really, really pretty, but it's, sometimes things like this can be hard to tie knots in, but that's what glue's for too, isn't it? Let's see, let's pull this through. See if I can get this in the key. Maybe go this way from the back to the front. Don't want to have to get out a needle and thread. There we go. Don't lose it, Charlotte. Don't lose it. So, tie a knot. Just a knot. Like that. I have no idea what the prompts are for this year. So, oh, see, we already fell apart. But are we going to stay on? I think so. I think we're going to be good. So I think I'm going to keep that. Put just a tiny little drop of glue on this so it doesn't go anywhere. And then that's going to dry clear and we should be good. So I need to get our flower down. And then I think I'm going to put that down last and see if I'm going to use this. So let's get this pretty little guy down. I have so many ideas what I want to do in my head. Let's get him over to the side so he doesn't get covered up by the other piece. Those circles are turning out pretty nice. Okay, before I do anything, let's get this down. So let's get our glue, get this down. See how we look? Ugh. Okay. I don't know that any collage isn't beautiful. I don't know that there's any such thing as having collage that just in the end, because as you're going along, I can't tell you how many times I'm collaging something and I think this is not going to work. This is going to end up either being hidden with something over it, like layers and layers, or it's going in the trash. And I usually 9 times out of 10 end up loving what I've done. So I think that's what makes this particular challenge so fun. And I know with weight that's going to flatten down. Now, do I want the St. John's wort? Well, I don't want it there because I've got this here where it says leek and garlic. I need my eraser, my glue eraser, but I could. I don't have to use it. Now let's cut it out and see what we're gonna do. Are we gonna use it or are we gonna toss it? You might look at that, you know, down the road and say, I wonder what that is that's so pretty, and you won't know because it's not labeled. So St. John's wort, we are going to label it and we're going to put it right there. And then we're going to double check and see if we have everything we need. Stand back and look at our work. And I wonder if I want that pop of red up here. Look at how pretty that would be. Not this one, because this one would be pretty too. Let's fussy cut this and see what happens. Rose hips. I would know that this is rose hips because I recognize that. Every once in a while I get a rose bush that will leave me some rose hips. Not very often. You know, the rose I'm talking about does not produce rose hips every year. So I don't know anything about that. I couldn't tell you why. But I know I've watched videos where people go out and they pick rose hips and they put them in hot water and they make a tea. I think I was off camera. I apologize. So I don't know about that. I would have to Google it and see. And then my daughter-in-law told me about a game. She says you need to download the, I think I'm going to cut that top leaf off because I think this is going to be too long. She says Word It. I think it was called Word It. She says download the app Word It. You'll love it. They give you letters, I think 2 letters. It's an everyday thing. It's put out by, I think, the New York Times crossword puzzle, and then you have to guess what the word is. So I haven't had time yet to think about that. I was going to take the package, the last little fabric journal I sold, to the post office, and my husband said, it's a holiday. Nothing's going to the post office today. So that didn't work. I think I'm just going to cut that straight. Let's see if this will fit. I think I'm going to cut this out. Okay. Come on. Yes, I'm going to add that. I am going to add that right there like that. That pop of red, I think looks good. So, and then I guess I'll label it because maybe somebody other than me will look at this sometime and they'll go, what is that? And they won't have to wonder because it will be, we'll say rose hips. So thank you, Mrs. Cog. We'll cut this out. Cut it down. We don't need all of that. And then where are we going to put it? Okay. we're going to go right there. And let's double check our work. Okay, we have an herb or other fragrant plant. We have handwriting. We have ink, circles, and illustration. And we have our bonus, which is the key. So guys, there we go. That's another week gone. And we are dry and we are, look at how pretty these are. We are cracking. So that is pretty cool. Now, let's have a peek at what next week holds. A ribbon, plenty of that. Transportation, it can be a bus ticket or a picture of a train, for example. Tissue paper, oh, I know just the thing. Food packaging or a food label. A repeating pattern. Well, that could be washi tape, guys, a repeating pattern, right? That could be, I guess, anything that repeats itself. And your bonus is something shiny. This would have been perfect for the bonus. Right there, those. I might have to pull out another. Yeah, that would be perfect for next week as well. All right, that's it. I've kept you long enough, and you've suffered through it. I appreciate it. And yeah, guys, this is me. I mean, I hate to tell you, but this is me. So I hope everyone has a fantastic day today. I hope you have fun in your books. I am working on my Artie Mays design team project, and I'm doing something completely different. And if you like what I'm doing, then we'll do one together. So take care, enjoy, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.